Florida Swag is nestled in the gateway of Florida. This is a platform that deals with all the issues, and Florida Swag will create the dialogue for needed community issues. It's time to join the Florida Swag.
Good evening, and thank you for coming to see the Florida Swag show. And to my right, I have
Antonio Bands.
And to my left, I have
Buckos.
Blessed. How was y'all week? How was your week, Mr. Bucko?
Yeah, everything was smooth, man. Everything was pretty good, man.
It was pretty good?
Most definitely.
How was your week?
It was,
Bands?
a long week. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I found 3 babies in the trash can.
What?
And I was, yeah, man. I told him, I was like,
You
hey.
called the police?
No, I didn't call the police because the police ain't doing nothing. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is I caught the 3 babies in the trash can, right? But there was goat babies, right? There was Cambodian goat babies. And one of them was like, yeah. Then the other one came and I'm just I had to give it a trafficking story. That's what y'all expect, but that's the only one y'all gonna get today. Everything's serious. Let's go.
Okay, now. So I tell you, man, I myself, I had a pretty decent week. You know, one thing about it, I'm always in a battle. So, you know, when I go to battle. And we went to make some things happen, and you know, as a lot of times things don't go as you plan, you know, but as we say, you know, my footsteps are ordered by God. So just because I may plan to do something, and it don't go my way, that still don't stop me from finding that silver lining in the storm, you know what I'm saying? So we all know what we had. We went down at the concert with Moneybags and the baby, you know. And to be honest with you, how y'all felt about that? How you felt about it? How did you feel?
I'm gonna let Buckos answer that first.
I mean, it's good for it's good for the city. Don't get me wrong. You know, everything went smooth. Everything went good. You know, outside of that, you know, we're not gonna speak on what transpired with my situation, but.
Well, I mean, we might need to expose a little bit of that.
I mean, in the whole aspect of, you know.
Because that's where the testimony at, too.
Yeah, video shoot was supposed to transpire, but it didn't due to a misunderstanding with the owner of a particular club. But like I said, the show must go on.
Sure.
We will regroup, and the scene will be shot, and it will be, you know, coming soon.
Well, you got some things going on tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like you said, the show must go on.
Most definitely.
And you know, in that perspective, you went and moved forward in doing what you, first of all, who's the cameraman you're using?
The cameraman that we're using is a well-known photographer, Cameron, and he's pretty good at what he does. I'd say he has a few artists that he's already shot in the industry, so that's pretty good.
All right,
good
so
base.
and was this the same cameraman you was using prior to in the situation that?
Yeah, the cameraman wasn't the problem. It was
Right.
the actual owner of the club.
Right.
We found out later that the cameraman had a situation going on.
Okay, so everything's still good.
Everything's
the video
smooth.
is still running. You didn't have to come out the pocket no more, did you? Okay, so the point that I'm trying to make is God has an order of your steps already. You see what I'm saying? So regardless of what happened at that club, what happened at that particular event, and what happened with the particular club owner, whatever was supposed to happen is going to happen no matter how much the devil puts his foot into the situation.
Yeah.
I'm going to be done preaching. Get ready. That's
Oh no,
on
you're
Go
good.
ahead
You're
on,
good, man. You're good. But no, on top of that, you know, like I say, man, I still carried on with the food. You know what I mean? I had about $2,000 worth of food over there. You know what I mean? And we still carried over. And then what we did, me and Gator Dread actually got out because we had so much of it. You know.
Yeah, we saw that.
We got out and we actually fed the homeless, man. We talking shrimp on the stick. We talking about no Roman noodles. We talking shrimp on the stick, big shrimp. You know what I mean? Jerk chicken, jerk meatballs, macaroni and cheese.
That cabbage was busted.
Cabbage.
Yeah, that macaroni and cheese was the best, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like out of
potato
everything,
yams.
though, boy,
Yeah.
that broccoli and that macaroni and
the
cheese is
broccoli
what
and the
got
macaroni.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man.
So,
I got you.
so now, T-Bands.
Yes, sir.
Has there anything special been going on in your life?
Yeah, man. I've been breathing.
That's hey, bro. I can't dispute that.
You know, they got a lot of
Can't
people that ain't
dispute
doing
that,
that. You know what I'm
boy.
saying? When you're able to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Can't
it's
dispute
a
that.
blessing. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? You know, we've been doing a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Underground. You know, between the three of us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come from different paths. We got the same view, but we got different parts of the building we looking out of. You see what I'm saying? And at the same time, we branching out by ourselves, but we come together for a common ground. Like he said, it was a blessing for y'all. You see what I'm saying? To go through what we went through on last weekend, because it was a blessing for many others.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even we got what we needed, regardless. You know what I'm saying? On that level, bro, it was a sellout show, bro. You did that. Let's say that.
Yeah. Most definitely. Most
All right,
definitely.
but at the end of the day, those stuff may not have went the way we needed it to go.
Yeah.
It was still a blessing. Maybe that wasn't
Oh, yeah.
meant for that.
True.
You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
that was
That's
the
true.
whole key of me saying
That's true.
that when you set out to make plans, remember, it's by the Father's will, not your will. So when you set out to make plans and you get a little boot, like if I'm driving somewhere and I don't pass it, I don't pass my spot. I don't turn around and go backwards. I make a complete circle and go where I gotta go. Well, there's a reason that God caused that to happen. So again, we was expecting to do a certain thing, but God had the greater thing to be done. So he slowed that down, let that get a block, because look, what he got is coming. You see, he's still gonna get the video. You see, God didn't want them to eat that $2,000 of food. You understand? So we gave it to the people whom God wanted it to be, and that was the homeless people.
I just
And
wanna
in
piggyback
that
off
day,
that a little bit.
I enjoyed it.
Piggyback off that a little bit.
did.
He didn't want them hate. Let's just go and address the situation, because he ain't doing a good job at it. Let's just address the situation. He ain't want them hating ass ends in that video anyway.
You know how it goes, man.
Okay, all right.
It's a good point, man.
I do apologize
That's
for
a
my
great-
bluntness, though.
that's a
But
great point.
You know, he didn't want. They didn't deserve
That's
to
a
be in
great
your video,
point.
because we destined for greatness, bro.
We destined.
You see what I'm saying? Now
Right.
that being said, how do you feel about these, as they so-called, Ice Cube and Mikey Up said it best, janky promoters? Because we got to deal with these on a regular basis. We
Oh,
artists,
man.
we musicians, we
Yeah.
actors, we club event promoters, planners, the whole 9 yards, and we still have to deal. Because think about it, we walked in there, we didn't want nothing from them.
Nothing.
We didn't ask them for nothing.
Didn't ask
The
them
dough,
for nothing.
we didn't ask them for no piece of the bar,
Nothing.
no bathroom fees.
And bought our own music.
You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
And bought your own. We bought everything.
DJ,
And you
everything.
mean to tell me you just couldn't sit back and eat,
Sit back and eat.
make money,
That's
and
it.
let people have a good time like they was? How do y'all feel about these promoters that just think more of the money rather than the power of the situation?
Man, I really feel like it's a handicap. You know what I mean? They tell you one thing and then it's a whole different ball game when you're in their venue. Like a rope-a-dope. You know what I mean? They hit you with that rope-a-dope. What Ali used to hit them with. You know, make you think one thing and
Since
then
they
hit
feeling
you
like
with
they
something.
so-and-so.
There you go.
There you go.
Make you think you one thing and then hit you with something completely different, bro. And it's like, now you get me here and this what you do. You know
Don't
what I mean?
answer the phone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's
Make us
crazy.
unhook our own equipment.
Bro, I call it
It's
childish.
crazy.
Child's play.
It's crazy, but yeah, when you know your equipment ain't top of the line, and
Yeah.
it need to crank up a little bit. Then
Especially when you're doing these artist showcases.
yeah, man.
Or even got anybody coming in to perform
yeah,
whatsoever.
man, you gotta have your speakers together.
Yeah.
Sound.
Your sound ain't.
That's the main thing. That's what we coming for. Drinks and sound, right?
Drinks and sound and put on a good show.
Yeah.
Put on a good show, and that's what we was going to do, and he took that away from us, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because I was gonna completely, have you do what you do.
Told the cameraman to turn
You
off the
know,
lights.
told our cameraman, finna get TV footage of this stuff. You tell the cameraman to cut his lights off. Like, didn't you see this on the flyer? It say a video
I was
shoot.
trying to tell you, world
It
star.
say a video
World
shoot.
star.
That lets me know, like, bro, I can't even get my main man in here.
Yeah.
To do it.
So maybe it's a reason why he I said, whoa.
See?
But like I said, he reached out to me, so we're going to get it going tomorrow. So.
That's right.
Man.
God is good.
In the same sentence, we're not going to see this footage on this episode. We're going to wait for the next episode to dissect that footage. But right now, I want to talk about it because there was a lot that happened that night. We know we had that happen with the, BS janky promoters, but then again, we had some good stuff happen. My dog Gator Dre got his feet wet out here doing some interviews.
Yes, he did.
Gator Dre, Florida swag.
Yes, he did.
Mr.
Yes, he did.
From the strip club to the homeless.
To the homeless.
Like, he don't care what he at. He was just Jesus.
Hey.
You see what I'm saying?
You understand what I'm saying?
He had to walk through the valleys of the shadow of death,
Yeah.
and at the same time, he got to go feed the people.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Well, truthfully, I'm always, me, man. I'm always a step ahead almost. So when I seen, because Bucko will bear witness, while everything was going on, I was standing over in the corner watching everything, looking at everybody. Mm-hmm. So while all that was going on, the Spirit was already telling me what time it is. And it's something else I want y'all to do. Now y'all get up out of here. Peace. And quiet. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that. We gonna come back to that. We're gonna put a pin in that.
You made that. The devil trying to get on my brother. So the whole time, when a 3/4 chord is not easily broken. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So the whole time, I'm over there back there like, dude, oh boy, what you boys think? Boy, I'm praying for you, but boy, don't make God come for you. God hurt you. You understand? No problem. Bye, my people. So, do business good with us, and we ain't never got to knock on your door no more. Because we really, like you say, them mid-range speakers in there perpetrating like bass just don't work. Mm-hmm. And that's why they shows is not being sold like they used to be. Yeah. Because the sound system ain't there. Yeah. And every time we go there, we have the same problem. Yeah. And it's one thing to run around and flash money, but then your house falling apart. You got money, fix your house, bro. Yeah. So you can keep making money. But sometimes, in Duval, country folks. That's
Duvalians.
Duvalians. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I enjoyed it. I kind of did feel like how Brother Joshua might have felt at the wedding. Just chilling. Then somebody come over here and say, hey, we need some wine. And your mama say, oh, my son can turn the water into wine. Go holler at him. And he say, hold up. It ain't my time yet. All right, bring me the wine. Bring it. Yeah, that's how that went down.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I want to bring up one of the points that you was just saying. You talking about, you was like, yo, I'm chilling in the back, and this, that, and the third, and, I saw everything move. So I want everybody to remember that part and everybody to remember that pinpoint because we going to jump right back into that when we come back with the Florida swag.
Are you a barber, cosmetologist, or braider? Maybe you're looking for a spot. Are you looking for a progressive, upscale Christian environment mixed with a cafe, plus a photography and podcasting studio? Join the team at the Experience Salon and Barbershop. We offer affordable booth rates without compromising your upscale perks. We have the best team at our grooming center to handle all your presentation needs. Come join the family that gives you a total experience of faith and fashion.
And we are back with the Florida swag. I am your host with the most, Antonio Bands. To my left is
Gator Dre.
And all the way across the board,
Buckos.
And man, I want to bring back a point where you had said
yes, sir,
that I was in the corner, and I quote, y'all make sure, I was in the corner, and Bucko can bear witness that I was watching everything, and I was right there, and I was over there with my dog Buckos. We was, we was mad, but we was still having a good time. We, Remy bottles getting passed, brown cigarettes going everywhere. We just gonna call them brown cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Women and booty and butts was everywhere. and I'm so glad that nothing transpired that night, because as soon as I took my last sip and looked at my cup and it was empty, and then I looked across the room, Gator Dread was gone. Do you hear me? Listen, I walked around the club. Listen, I walked around the club looking like a lost child in Walmart. You hear me? Wearing skater dress. Hey, I came back to bar. Hey man, I think I gotta go, baby.
Gator dress, say, wrap it up. Let's go.
When me and Israel was over there, remember, because I was trying to keep from getting upset.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
tell,
So
man.
it's
you,
like,
you tell
you
him,
done told the man to cut the light off.
he got to share time. Bro, you watch them set the whole speaker system up.
And then unplug the whole thing like one of them little white kids in the little nursery ward.
Come
when they
on,
told on
man.
Michael Jackson.
Come on, man.
Oh, y'all telling on me?
Got to speak on it. We have to speak
Ain't nobody
on
get
it.
no more oxygen in here.
Yeah, man. That's
That,
crazy, man.
again, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It was an old saying, like the old folks say, you know, birds of a feather flock together. Now, 2022 style say, we don't mess with slime.
Yeah.
Slime stay with slime.
Yeah.
And one thing about it, and two things for sure. If people tell you or show you who they are, believe them. Don't keep going back trying to, you know, get blood out of turnip or trying to make the devil turn good. Because it ain't happening. He's not created for that purpose.
Yeah, so speaking of not being for that purpose and committing to that, what you think about this war situation, man? What y'all think about this war situation?
Well,
that's the
I'm
wrong
gonna
question.
give you one thing about it and two things for sure. One thing about it, in order for you
Let's
to
keep it brief.
understand, yeah, I'm gonna keep it brief. Cause y'all know how I do now. I know a lot of reasons. But you gotta understand from whence you come to know what's really happening. You gotta understand how this started to really know what's going on. Well, short, quick history lesson.
True.
When Gorbachev was president in 84, Gorbachev, when they were saying, tear this wall, Mr. President, Ronald Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear this wall down. Well, when they did that, they broke Russia up. All right? Originally, Kiev, which is the Ukraine, which is the capital of the Ukraine, was the capital of Russia.
Okay.
90% of the people in Ukraine is Russian.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so now we as Americans, we say we like democratically elected people, right? And democratically elected people is people that go to a voting booth and they vote, right? So, well, the Ukrainian people, remember 90% Russian.
90%.
Ukrainian people voted maybe 4 or 5 years ago for the Russian to be their president.
Yeah.
Well, America and the West didn't like that. So what they did, they found a group of about 2,000 people and funded them to cause a coup. Remember they was having a TV where they were burning them tires.
Where they had to tell,
in front of the place.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
That was Ukraine. All right, now remember what I said. Ukraine was always part of Russia. 90% of the people is Ukraine. I mean, it's Russian.
It's all Russia.
So now, Russia has always stated to NATO, encroachment on our borders will cause us to have to rethink our security, our own security. So since NATO and all has been easing closer and closer, they refuse Ukraine.
Tell the people what NATO is again.
Well, NATO,
so they know.
yeah, NATO is
I think
a
Buck is
league
one.
of nations.
Yeah, it's a league of nations.
It's a league of nations around the world in which you have the Security Council, which the seven bigs. Then you got the economic councils. Well, that's all is NATO. Which
All
that
that is
idea
NATO,
came from Hitler.
Exactly.
Okay.
From Adolf. Yes, it did.
But back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
In order for you to understand, so now America and the European powers of NATO have been easing. You know, we got this Iron Dome missile shield thing.
Yeah.
So they've been wanting to put that close and close to Russia.
Okay.
Because here's an amazing fact about Russia. The average African American do not understand the only European nation who had the power that did not take part in no kind of slavery, no kind of black killing. You go in their churches, they got the black disciple up, the black Madonna, and the still jet black Jesus. Russians.
Let's repeat that for him one more time.
You think it's Medusa? It was Madonna.
No.
No, because he said 3 names.
No, repeat that for him one time. He's talking about back in Russia.
It's a unknown fact. It's a reason why Western societies do not like Russia. Russia, during slavery and all of that, Russia did not go in and take part of no slaving of no Hebrew black people in America or the Atlantic slave trade. They did not go down to Africa and pillage Africa and kill up people in Africa. Russia didn't take part in European inhumane slavery. Okay, and so now you understand why.
That's a good point.
Because Russia takes,
That's good
they
facts.
help Venezuela, they help Cuba,
That's true.
they
That's
help
true.
Africa.
That's true.
Russia ain't waged war with nobody
That's true.
in the new millennium
That's true.
since year 2000.
That's true. So
Who
you.
been at war every year?
That's true. That's true, bro.
It's
That's
been
true.
America.
That's true.
At
Well, that's
war
true.
in the new millennium.
That's true. That's true.
Every year.
That's true.
Now
That's true.
Russia say, hey man,
I-
y'all getting too close to us. I'm finna take back my country.
Yeah, but I feel like
Now
I just
it's
feel like
atrocity.
I feel like the way they going about doing it, you know what I mean? The way the bombing and
What you think
you know what I
about
mean? I mean like it's the way you do things. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You live in a country of the most violent, most bombingest people. Remember,
That's true.
We dropped 2 atom bombs
Mm-hmm.
on a whole country of Japan, killed over 2 million people instantly. And the only people that ever use this kind of weaponry. Okay? So now, when you talk about the way they're going in, remember, your American news is propaganda.
Yeah.
Okay, so they not being honest with what's going on with it. Okay, so right now, I was just researching. Do you know that the black people that was in the Ukraine, do you know they putting them off the train? They pushing them off. They won't let them get on the train. They evacuate.
Man, that's crazy. How you feel about that? How you that I mean like that's what to piggyback off of what Gator Dread is saying. How do you feel about that?
Personally,
Cause it hit home. I know it do. I know it hit. It hit, man. You know what I mean? It hit.
personally, it just goes to show you who the real true kings are of this world.
In the world.
You
Most
see what I'm
definitely.
saying? It's like it's because you know I'm a natural player. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you got 1 or 2 people. You got players, and then you got player haters. You got the players who make the game, and then you got the players who try to do the player haters who try to duplicate and try to fit in.
Most
You see
definitely.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So at the end of the day, I kind of put that toward that mentality. It shows you that we have been the most hated people of all time.
Most definitely.
You see
That
what
that
I'm
is
saying?
fact.
When you look
That
at
is
the
fact.
history, not only have we been the most hated people, but we have been the only people that hasn't even gotten a penny back toward reparation or some type of rectification.
Yeah.
And what has happened. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real. I've never been a slave. Well,
Yeah.
mentally, yes. But physically, you see what I'm saying? I've never been a slave,
true.
just like the rest of us.
That's true, bro.
You see what I'm
and
saying?
I feel like, yeah, that's
But
true.
at the end of the day, where we come from, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Has never changed. It's just a different scene.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
Look a little
saying?
different.
It's just look a little different. Like it's the same hate, just a different show.
Yup.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same killing, just a different method. You see what I'm saying?
Same book. Same book. Different chapter.
You see what I'm saying?
That's it.
And what we have to do is and this is the best way that I can, give my spill on the situation. What we have to do, and I'm not gonna look into the negativity of the situation because Gator Dread has done that very, very well just
Yeah.
now.
Most definitely.
He put that out
Hey,
there.
What's the negative?
Not negative, no,
No, not
that's not what I'm
negativity.
saying.
What
Just
he's
the- just the-
saying.
what I'm
What he's
saying, the
saying,
negative
the
portion,
outcome of
right,
it was
what
negative.
we talking about. I'm not gonna think about the negative
Yeah.
portion of it. I want to think about. I would rather think about how to fix the situation. You see what I'm saying? I would rather think we know the problem. We know what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a black and white thing.
Power.
This is just a power thing.
It's power.
It's ignorance
Power.
and power. You see what I'm saying? and at the end of the day, bro, you can't get power with hate.
You can't.
Because at the end of the day, you can't. When you try to cut corners, you're gonna get cut short, and that's all they doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? All this war and stuff. That's how I feel, and this is just my personal opinion. This ain't a political show, but
Yeah.
we on politics right now.
Yeah. We on politics.
But this
That's
is
what
how
we
this
are.
is how I feel. I feel like I'm a lover, not a fighter. But if we have to take it there, we have to take it there.
We gotta
There's a
take it
difference
there.
between defending and going to being the aggressor.
Yeah.
And I feel like the country that we live in, like my man said, we've always been the aggressor
Always.
over time.
Always.
And right now, I just feel like it's American time. And that's the part that scared me because I'm still here. You feel what I'm saying?
Remember,
I ain't got we got plans. I ain't got to Africa yet.
That's
You
true.
see what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
And my
That's a good
second place.
point.
So right now I feel like it's either Africa or Russia. Which one we going to?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The
Boy.
thing is this here,
It's a good
brother,
point.
and it is true, because that's what the young lady was saying. You know, she was on there and she was hurt. You know, and she said, listen,
Yeah, because I seen them bombs
it
dropping over
doesn't
there.
matter. She say, it doesn't matter what country we in. No country. Everybody got a problem with black people, but black people ain't run around and rape the world. Black people ain't run around and kill up all your grandbabies and stuff. Black people ain't did that. But yeah, everybody have a little problem with us. And that's why I always, you know, like you said, and I allude to that, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. And we are the original. Before us was none, and after us will be none. You see what I'm saying? So, as the word of God said, through my people I shall prove I am the only true and living God. So therefore, in order for that to happen, you got to be put in the way. And that's why we are required to stand up and speak truth to power.
Oh yeah.
Face death.
Yeah.
You understand? Not by that.
Yeah, we gonna
I ain't
stand
worried
up.
about
We
what
gonna
you-
stand
what
up.
you gonna do. If God be for you.
But see, that's the difference between them. You know, that's between the difference between, I would say, our people in the past time and our people of this time. Don't get me wrong. You know, you had the Black Panthers, stuff like that of that nature. You know, you had some real inspirational people. And like I said, that particular guy, the leader of the Black Panthers, had got killed at a time when he was early 20s. Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
But you know, as I watched it and I watched, you know, how they came together.
What they did.
You know, they came together. You know, when I kind of laughed about, you know, the Rainbow Coalition until I seen what it was. I didn't know exactly. He was talking about, you know, the different groups of people coming together and you know, creating that. You know what I mean? And like I said, not only Jesse, but Fred, yeah, exactly,
That's where
Fred,
Jesse got it.
exactly. So you know, when I look at it and I see, you know, the way they went about doing things and how they came together, like it's possible, man. It's possible. You know what I mean? So you know.
Well, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? This has been an intriguing conversation. You know, we've been on plenty of topics since the very first episode. Yeah, man. I just, you know, it's just thinking about it. It just takes my mind to another level.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Most
But
definitely.
unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna go ahead on and wrap this one on up, and
Hold on. Let them know what we got going on for the next show.
the next show we're gonna continue talking to politics, spreading brotherly love, and we're gonna figure out which country we're going to, Africa or Russia. Because I'm not staying in it. I can't stay. We're going to flip a coin and we're going to figure out which one of these, whichever got the best cheesecake, that's what we're going to do. All right? So we're going to figure that out. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to go roll a couple of brown cigarettes and we're going to be right back with the Florida swag.
Do you love video production? Would you like to have a career in video production, but don't know where to start? Your problem is you have no one to teach you. Well, the Inspired Television Network is initiating its apprenticeship program. We'll teach you video production, how to set up the simple camera operation, post-production, and advanced editing. Imagine sitting down with an expert and being taught weekly how to do it. It's a 6-month program that requires a minimum of 10 hours a week of hands-on training and 3 hours a week of classroom training. You've always wanted to make movies or learn production. This is the perfect program for you. Give us a call today at 904-389-5592 or sign up at www.learntv.today. It's free for churches and nonprofit.
Get your tickets, Florida, Georgia, and surrounding areas. Get ready for the 12th anniversary for Kim & Sons, March 27th at 5 p.m. Join legendary singers like the Canton Spirituals, Doc McKenzie and the Highlights, The Gospel Express, and Roy and Revelation, plus many more. The host will be veteran radio announcer Brother Freddie Rose and Pastor Benjamin Curry. It's going to be an amazing experience. The event will be at the Hospital Church of Jacksonville. Doors open at 4 p.m. Tickets available at www.kimtickets.com, Paxson Christian Books, and DJ's Records. Or call 904-813-0085.
Boy, you
Y'all
in
not
trouble,
gonna do
boy.
it like this. Listen,
Hey, we
first
with
of all,
you,
I
bro.
didn't mean to hit you like that the last time.
No, you good, bro.
But it was funny.
It's
We
all
with
good,
you.
bro.
You said it though.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You said I'm not black.
I love to be
Somebody
black.
had to confirm
I'm
that.
black
Yeah.
and blacker than black.
Nonetheless.
I love it.
You had to stop it.
This is a conversation that's very, very informative.
Most definitely.
I feel like it's imperative that we have this conversation.
Yes, sir.
So imperative, in fact, I feel like we're going to keep running this episode. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wrap up a little bit so we can shuck and jive.
Oh, no, you shuck and jive, boy. I don't do no shuck and jive. You said the wrong thing,
That
boy.
was the shuck and jive.
Okay, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Look like the shuffle.
We're
to
going
me.
to shuck and
They
jive.
be
We gonna
doing
shuck and
that on
jive a
Sunday.
little bit,
Sure.
and we're going to come back and we're going to wrap up some more
I'm with you.
about this black history on the Florida Swag. Y'all stay tuned.
Florida swag.
So you've been watching the show. Would you like to be a content provider yourself and develop a show for the Inspire Network? Please give us a call today at 904-389-5592 or go to www.connecttv.info to submit a show idea.
The Mother's Day celebration that you will never forget. Kim's Production hosts a Mother's Day trio with the First Ladies of Gospel, the legendary Clark Sisters, with the added benefit of the Queen of Gospel Music, Pastor Shirley Caesar, and Pastor Charles Jenkins at the Potter's House International in Jacksonville, Florida. The doors open at 6 and the concert starts at 7 p.m. The tickets are available on Eventbrite or www.yourmothersday.com or call 904-813-0085.
Our communities have struggled. It's time to rebuild and heal. Now, it's time that we follow the trusted voices and get vaccinated.
We are the heartbeat of the community.
The Jacksonville Coronavirus Education and Engagement Task Force.